Live from the Western Mass News Studios, this is Better Western Mass.
Des Moines, Iowa is home to the Meredith Corporation headquarters, the company that not only owns Western Mass News, but several of the biggest and most popular magazine brands like Better Homes and Gardens. And we're here right now in the Better Homes and Gardens test kitchen. Let's get a rare behind-the-scenes look. The Better Homes and Gardens Test Kitchen is the original test kitchen, the first of its kind. Built in 1928 around a revolutionary idea to test every recipe before it goes in the magazine, making sure directions are easy to follow, that the ingredients in the recipe were widely available across the country at that time of year. Something to consider back in the day, and of course ensure the end result looked and tasted great. Over the past 90 years, American tastes have changed, and so have our kitchens. The test kitchen has evolved as well.
Through the pages of the magazine, we've introduced all of these fascinating innovations like refrigeration, waffle irons. In the 70s, we talked about slow cookers, and slow cookers are still a part of our household today. But it's fun to look at how we really have walked alongside the American homemaker as our foods change.
The test kitchen is a big place, a beehive of activity, searing, saucing, spicing, stirring, and bustling bays filled with cooktops, stoves, and mixers. Amazing sounds and smells hit you from all sides. In addition to the cooking bays, the kitchen has full-sized dining rooms and a stately library filled with cookbooks, including every edition of the iconic Better Homes and Gardens new cookbook, known affectionately as Red Plaid. Nearby, the beautiful showcase kitchen, a fully functional dream kitchen used for presentations, cooking demonstrations, and photo shoots. One thing you won't find here are a bunch of high-end, top-of-the-line appliances. They actually have 18 different types of mixers, ovens, and microwaves. The idea is to recreate the food using the tools that you have in your own home. Working the ranges are culinary specialists, experts with backgrounds in food science and culinary arts, many registered dietitians. They test 4 to 6 recipes every day, often making the same recipes over and over again, tweaking ingredients, editing directions, anything to get it just right. And it's not just for Better Homes and Gardens. They're testing recipes for other Meredith magazines. That adds up to a lot of recipes and a big grocery bill.
We test over 2,500 recipes in the course of the year. We easily spend over $100,000 on groceries in a year, and that's quite a grocery bill.
Check this out. The test kitchen goes through 6,000 cups of flour, 600 pounds of butter, 400 dozens of eggs, and 800 onions in just 1 year. So where do all the recipes come from? The process begins when editors plan out the content for their magazines for the year. Then it's a matter of finding the perfect dish and desserts to complement the articles and themes.
We'll use outside recipe developers. Maybe we'll feature a famous person. But sometimes we develop the recipes too based on what they need. So after the recipes are written, then that's where my staff gets to take them in the kitchen and make sure that they taste good, that they work, and that they're right for the story.
Once the recipe is prepared, it is ready for the taste panel, where food editors and test kitchen culinary experts evaluate recipes to make sure they are ready for publication. Art directors come to panel to get a sneak peek of what the food looks like, and that's helpful as they plan for photography. During the process, the team discusses everything from how the recipe came together, or could it be simplified? Is it right for the story, nutrition, serving size, doughness, and most importantly, does it taste good? If the dish doesn't pass muster, it's back to the kitchen for another test to make sure it's just right. Each time a recipe is tested, all the information, such as testing weights and measures, timings, serving size, total volume, it's stored in the recipe database. Once approved, the recipe then moves on to photography and final editing.